Good morning, all of you. In this particular video, we shall discuss about the exam paper presentation for paper 1 accounts CA intermediate with a specific reference to May 2022 examination. Some of the important aspects which are common to all the exams: try to maintain reasonable handwriting throughout your answer book. It should not be a fantastic handwriting in few pages and then lot of issues in other pages. It should be reasonable throughout, plan in that manner. Your answer you have to present in a conceptual order. It should not be like first we start with a question, cut that, change the answer, again we cut. See, this kind of lack of clarity should not prevail. Let it directly address the specific conceptual issue involved. That would be best approach. Always try to have the monitoring of time consumption. Roughly for 1 mark, 1.65 minute available, rough rule, which will help at least to plan the answer for a 4-mark question, 10-mark question, 16-mark question, 20-mark question. So we have to allocate that time based on mark. Writing some 4-page answer for a 5-mark question and for a 16-mark question, very small answer, both are not reasonable. Try to maintain this general rule. This overall, it will change chapter to chapter depending on the preparation, whether it is easy question, difficult question, all this decides the actual time consumption. But general rule, see, after around 30-35 minutes, don't stay in the same 16-mark question. Suppose somebody preparing balance sheet, there is a small difference in the balance sheet. By the time 30-35 minutes over, you need a lot of courage and conviction to switch over to the next question. So plan that. This would be very useful. Answer for the maximum number of marks. This works for an average student, normal student. So try to answer maximum. Don't answer few questions and expect very big marks. Not fair. Try to answer maximum marks. Avoid smileys after the answer. Suppose balance sheet tallies. Don't express your happiness through smileys. It tantamount to sharing coded message with the examiner indirectly. So let us not take risk. Time management in the exam, some specific aspects. When it comes to CA Inter new syllabus, you know the model by now. 1 compulsory questions plus 5 questions out of 6 questions. There is a choice. So this is the overall scheme of question paper. In that, so the total marks which is being asked is 116 or 120 depending on the 4-mark alternative choice. In any case, have the macro idea first, that you have to answer the maximum like that. Then capacity refer to how much you can do. Capability refer to how best you can do. If you improve your capability, capacity automatically improve, right? So always try to create a difference in presentation in terms of systematic approach, in terms of straight away answering the main question, presentation of working note, writing denomination, like rupees in lakh, rupees in crore, rupees in thousands. Sometimes reality, entire answer is there, correct also, but the title is not there in the main exam. They are not writing that rupees in 1,000 crore, all that. So ensure that. Then there is something called professional ambiguity. After writing an answer, if a candidate cross that number, okay, up to that there is no confusion. They are not happy with the answer, they cross. But again, putting a tick mark, confuse the other side. They wonder whether it is right or wrong. Avoid this sort of problems. Now let us come to some of the specifics which are extremely important. First and foremost, these accounting standard focus better. I don't predict the question paper. These are like ABC in that category. It is like order, that's all. All accounting standards are important. If not in inter, it is useful in final. So accounting standard 2, which is on inventories, valuation of inventories, and specifically the fixed overhead absorption based on normal capacity, this type of aspects focus more. Then accounting standard 10, which is on property, plant and equipment, important. These standards were not tested in a big way in the previous exam, so they may assume center stage for May 22. So accounting standard 12, government grant, very specifically government grant treatment with respect to depreciable fixed asset. And then if there is a refund, there are two alternative methods of accounting you would have studied in the class. Like when we receive the grant, you can take it to the asset, depreciable asset, reduce from the asset. On the net book value, we can provide depreciation. Another alternative, take it to a deferred credit account, deferred income account, amortize over a period. Both will lead to same P&L effect. At the time of refund, depending on the original treatment, your refund treatment will change. Original treatment, I mean original treatment for receipt of grant. So that is important. And accounting standard 16, borrowing cost. There are various important points there. That terminology include borrowing cost, include 5 aspects. You have to be clear about them. And treatment of specific borrowing cost and then general borrowing cost. And if there is exchange difference, to what extent you can treat the exchange difference as borrowing cost? You need clarity on that. Apart from that, asset side weightage different, liability side weightage different. Asset side weightage depend on expenditure incurred on qualifying asset. Liability side weightage depend on the date of borrowing. Right? This clarity you need while preparing for the accounting standard on borrowing cost. Accounting standard 16. These 4 standards you have to work more. All other standards equally important. Right? Next category. Accounting standard 1. Accounting policies, disclosure of accounting policies. 3, cash flow, definitely important because it comes as a chapter also, it is part of accounting standards also. And then 4, 5, not in group 1, it is in group 2. Thereafter, 10 already I told here, 11, foreign exchange, in foreign branch also it is important. So referring that will have twin benefits. Then cash flow statement pending for some time, a full-fledged question. Even though previous exam there was a small question, they're referring cash flow for a full-length solution is better. I'm not saying it will come for this exam. Focusing there is going to benefit you in 2 chapters. Then go in this order. It would ensure that you score the maximum for your effort. Investment accounts, in that investment in shares, prepare well. Like what is the treatment for bonus share? In case the bonus shares are sold, how to present the profit or loss. Why average cost is more logical. Prepare from this kind of perspectives. Apart from that, right share. If there is acquisition of right share, how to account. All this, link it with accounting standard 13. What is extremely important, pre-acquisition dividend. It is a capital receipt. It is reduced from cost of investment. Have clarity on all these aspects. It will help you. Insurance claims, you need to focus on loss of profit policies. Loss of profit, very specifically, there are only 2 statements that you prepare. One is with respect to GP on short sale. Second is claim for additional cost of working, which is subject to 3 conditions. That is actual additional expense into GP on AAT divided by GP on AAT plus uninsured standing charge. Third condition, gross profit on sales generated using additional expense. Among the 3, whichever is lower, they allow that as claim for additional cost of working. We have to reduce savings in insured standing charge. Apart from reducing that, average clause applicable. So all these points, the more you focus, the more you will be benefited with respect to loss of profit claim. In hire purchase chapter, Both books are important. Hire purchaser books, hire vendor. For your information, hire purchase is equal to finance lease as per accounting standard 19. So learning hire vendor, the seller books, which would be much better. So try to work out prioritizing hire vendor book. Hire purchaser book equally important. See, here we are categorizing what should be concentrated initially, like category A, like that. Then branch and department, which question paper is there without these two chapters, right? So very important. Focus more on foreign branch and then debtors method. Foreign branch, debtors method, independent branch, this type of things focus. Departmental accounts, as usual, the stock reserve, unrealized profit on interdepartmental transfer, all those things you focus. And when it comes to the profit computation, you have to carefully read the question to check whether the profit is computed as a percentage on cost or as a percentage of sale. This one concept help you so much. In around 6 or 7 chapters, this concept help. You always follow 2 steps. First step, check whether the profit is given on cost or the profit is given on selling price. The other chapters where the profit computation useful. Accounting standard 2, inventories, single entry, company final accounts. See how many chapters I'm telling now itself. Departmental accounts, branch accounts. Apart from all this, I can include it like miscellaneous, because any other question like pre-incorporation, post-incorporation may have the effects. What is this I'm talking about? The profit calculation. If it is computed as a percentage on cost, take cost as 100. If it is computed as a percentage on sale, take sale price as 100. And then what you have to do, whether we are applying the proportion on cost or on sale price, you have to analyze carefully, right? See, stock reserve computation and all revolve around this profit calculation. Be cautious. 2 steps. First step, I said, check whether profit is given on cost or given on sale price. Whole world cost, profit, sale price. Cost plus profit, sale price. Which is 100, freeze that. If the profit is given as a percentage of cost, take cost as 100. If the profit is given as a percentage of sale price, take sale price as 100. And accordingly, you can fill up the remaining number. Suppose it is 20% on selling price. I should take 100 selling price, 20 profit, automatically balancing figure, 80 cost. Second equally important step, are we computing stock reserve from cost or from sale price? These 2 points, if you carefully analyze, almost there is no chance for error in departmental accounts. Apart from this, concentrate on small chapters, bonus shares, bonus issue, redemption of preference shares, redemption of debenture, including pre-incorporation, post-incorporation, another small topic. Focus on rights and the value, arriving at the value of that right, which will help you in AS 20 also, group 2. So plan all this. With respect to company accounts, you have to revise dividend, managerial remuneration. Without exception, prepare some balance sheets. See, if we don't prepare company final accounts, who else will? And definitely some 6 to 7 question practice is minimum for company final accounts. In accordance with the requirements of Schedule 3, we cannot scribble. You have to present that in accordance with requirements of Schedule 3. Always ensure when you present balance sheet, write number of shares and value per share. For that, they give mark. So these are the very important aspects which we thought we would share with the CA inter candidates, which will facilitate your last minute revision. See, our effort and endeavor is always to shape your career. We cannot have the short-sighted philosophy of only exam. Of course, we have to 10% work for the exam, no doubt. But it should automatically tilt you towards career. That should be the strategy of preparation. In that direction, your Schedule 3 balance sheet, that knowledge helps you so much throughout your career. Other chapters, of course, I cannot omit them, right? So like single entry, all these things come as next category. What is extremely important only focused in this slide. All other chapters, you need definitely revision, but prioritize them at least as category B. And when you are entering exam hall, don't bother about what we should have done 1 year back and all, waste of time. Second, always have positive frame of mind. Walk like best cricket players of the world. And what you present is the best answer. That's the positive mindset we need in the exam hall. Don't give up till last second, because last few minutes can change the course of result itself sometimes. Work with that kind of a mindset. Result will be automatically yours. With this, all the very best for your exams as well as your next stage. Thank you, all of you.